Please come in.
Past is forbidden. Why? Because when we can cut man from his own past, then we can cut him from his family, his children, other men. There is no loyalty except loyalty to the party. There is no love except love for your brother. All competing pleasures you will destroy. If you want a vision of the future, Winston, imagine a boot.
Reprogram your mind using personalized subliminal affirmations and images that flash on your PC while you're using it. Sound too good to be true? Think again. This proven technology is so powerful that the US and British governments do not allow TV advertisers to use it without your knowledge. But it is now you can try MindMaster for only $1. Log on to www.mindmaster.tv today and experience powerful changes in your behavior and mindset. Subliminal technology is scientifically proven in over 60 studies, including studies at University College of London and other major universities, and is
2. Sex sells. 3. Witchcraft and nature worship. 4. The all-seeing eye of who? 5. The not-so-new world order. 6. Despisers of them that are good. And 7. The most important section, the Word made flesh that dwelt among us, Jesus Christ, our life, love, Lord, and God.
Please come in.
Ye shall be as gods. This is the lie of the devil. It is the biggest subliminal message being conveyed on a daily basis. I will show this is conveyed mostly to children, the molders of our society, or the quote puppet masters who run the world. They're not hidden from the commoner anymore. It is nearly common knowledge to everyone that I know at least that a very small or few are, quote, in charge of this planet economically and militarily. You might call them the military-industrial complex, or you might call them the secret societies. I want to brief you, so to speak, on what a high up in the occult world of the secret society Freemasonry and one of the most esteemed Masons of the 20th century had to say in regards to the, quote, coming age, and how they, the Masons and the other occult groups, plan on teaching the children in the, quote, right
that there should be this
one little group of men who want to rule the world. All the special interest groups, whether they be the Bilderbergers, the Rosencross, or any kind of occultic.
Shocked him. Watch closely. What's this doing here? There it is.
Sunday's the Sabbath. I'm sorry, but the Pope changed that for you. So I want you to just take a look and see at what they really probably truly feel about their God, Satan.
Please come in. Fools. What fascinations there are on this planet. Strange mortals with curious customs.
At the End of the World, Lynx 2012, the final edition.
To the Golden Dawn, immersed in Crowley's uniform. The Crowley he speaks of is Aleister Crowley, a devout Satanist. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know this. If you haven't, I suggest you look them up. They're totally free and on any torrent site. The two films I'm speaking of are Musical Mind Control Volume 1 and Musical Mind Control Redux. That will be posted again at the end of the film, and they're always 100% free. For those viewers out there wondering about the mythological and religious aspects of a labyrinth, well, they are derived from the Greek mythology, in which the Minotaur, half bull, half man, were hidden or bound up in there so they couldn't escape by one of their Greek gods. And others use the labyrinth as a maze in which they'll go and meditate on to find God. That's more of a modern day thing. But generally the word labyrinth is synonymous with maze. One of the other reoccurring symbols that you see throughout the entire It doesn't matter what you watch on TV nowadays. It could be Barney, it could be the Labyrinth, it could be the Smurfs. You're going to see at things, and basically all is tied to demonic influence. But that's not what we want to point out here. I want to point out, just like in the Labyrinth, where David Bowie is the Goblin King, here you see a reference to Lucifer, David Bowie. The list goes on, Ozzy Osbourne, as well as comic book writers Alan Moore and Grant Morrison, Mr. Crowley, the 33rd Degree Mason, OTO founding member and devout.
Until you've got something which doesn't look like your original sentence, which is its own little glyph.
If you look carefully at logos, you'll notice lots of them have sigils in them. For instance, here the Mobil gas station logo has, and when we discuss the Theosophical Society, and here you can see in the jockey logo a subliminal 666. And did you know the original Apple computer was originally priced at $666.66? This image is taken from Apple's website. If you think I'm lying, please. Other games that promote the devil. Now, viewer, you have no more excuses. You know that these practices of witchcraft, to deny that because you want to take your church there, but I hate to tell you, but Walt Disney is a 33rd degree.
But 3 piles have 6.
I need you to find someone.
We could have lots of chicks in the back, and then we could like sit up front and drive. That would rule. Yeah.
Hey, check it out. What's that?
Subliminal you might not have caught in an infomercial that
By the power of Lord Lude, the grandest power in the universe!
known, entitled Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, in which this homicidal kid, adolescent, teen, goes around with voices in his head of dolls that he has at his house telling him to kill people, and he goes and kills all the people that make fun of him. Well, this guy was handpicked by Nicholas already.
My daughter thinks I'm a ruthless tyrant, like Hitler or Prince Harry.
Bloody Harry. He brought back beheading in a big way.
There is no God, Nettie. It's just an empty, meaningless voice. There is no God, Nettie. It's just an empty, meaningless
Luciferians, agnostics, Gnostics, anything other than Christ-like followers of Jesus Christ, Christians, if you want to put a label on us, who have faith in Jesus Christ, anything other than that is Antichrist. In closing of this section, I'll show you Alan Moore, a comic book writer who also has had his comic books turned into major motion pictures, such as The Watchmen and V for Vendetta. I'll show you from a few movies that I would highly recommend you getting. The Hollywood's War on God by Joe Schimmel's ministry out in California, the Good Fight Ministry. I highly recommend this video, because their symbol is a cross. He steals Eve from Adam, the leader of the Christian organization. or government, and V takes her down to the underground and makes her lose her fear of death. She loses her fear of death just like Eve in the Garden of Eden, thou shalt not surely die. And it spreads this Gnostic principles throughout these movies. I highly recommend, because we do not have the time to justify these important issues in this film without going over 5 hours into a film. And I know most people won't watch all that. But I hope you will check out that film, because it will help you in your spiritual battle that we fight every day. Because we cannot, as children of light, go through this world without causing friction. Because the darkness hates the light. Because we expose.
Eve has now lost her fear of the fascist Christian authority and is prepared to do what she wills. After Evie loses her fear of death, she is brought up to the top of a building to experience Gnostic baptism, wherein she is incarnated with the spirit of V. In the graphic novel, Eve is stripped naked and she's told by V to, quote, seize it, encircle it with your arms, bury it in your heart up to the hilt, become transfixed, become transfigured forever. At this point in the film, she stretches forth her hands in the same way that V did earlier in the movie, when he first experienced transformation. Evie has not only become the conqueror of the universe through throwing off the shackles of authority and following V, who identifies himself as Satan, but now she is told that she will be transfigured forever, i.e., you will never truly die. This is Satan's echo from Eden, quote, thou shalt surely not die.